Gentlemen, what do you bring in?
Yeah, Doc, I would also begin with the Electoral Commissioner's statement. And to be very honest with you, this Electoral Commission has to be told in the face that they are toying with the stability and the peace of our country. There are levels of disregard for the intelligence of the Ghanaian people, their duplicity, their incompetence, their utter contempt for the history of that great institution before they are coming to occupy those positions has to be called out in no uncertain terms. I can't believe the statement the Electoral Commission issued. In reading this statement, I can't believe it.
Why?
Look at page 4 of Jean Mensa's statement. She says that, quote, "We certainly do not require external assistance in our line of work." Can you believe that? This is the same Jean Mensa who, as IEA boss, on the 28th of October 2015, issued a communique under the caption, "Engage independent body to audit voters register." Jean Mensa, let me read on. This is published online. It's on various portals, from Peace FM Online to Ghana Web. A communique at the end of the Institute of Economic Affairs organized debate on whether or not to replace the voters register has asked the Electoral Commission to show proactiveness and leadership by engaging the services of a competent, credible, and external organization to audit the electoral roll. External organization. Today, you issue a statement telling us that you certainly do not need any external support. The communique continues. The communique, which was signed by IEA Executive Director Jean Mensa, pointed out that though Article 46 of the National Constitution protects the EC from direction or control, it is nevertheless accountable to the citizens because it is a public organization which draws its funds from the consolidated fund. It was also agreed, according to the communique, that, quote, "There are irregularities with the current voters register. All stakeholders must work towards a consensus position on addressing these irregularities. The two main schools of thought on how to resolve the problem of illegal entries in the register are not mutually exclusive," unquote. Purging the register will ultimately result in a new register, while compiling a new register will rely on some existing data from the old register. The communique explained and added that what is critical is that the final output of this exercise must be a voters register with an acceptable margin of error, unquote. Jean Mensa, her own signed communique on the 28th of October 2015, calling on the then Charlotte Osei-led Electoral Commission to subject the voters register to an independent audit, to bring in an external body to build trust. So what has changed? Why this hypocrisy? Why this double standard? Why can't we have an electoral commissioner who can just be principled and stand by positions that she has taken in time past? Look, if Jean Mensa is totally new to this field and just arrived to this position, has not held views, put out communiques, issued statements, taking on previous electoral commissioners, we could probably spare her that, she really doesn't know what she's talking about, takes a different view of Article 46 of the Constitution, so let's cut her some slack. But that is not the case. All your statements are available online. Positions that you took. Today, you issue a statement that everybody calling for an independent audit does not understand Article 46. Meanwhile, at the time, you said that, look, even though Article 46 makes the commission independent. It is a public entity. It must build public trust, public confidence. It draws resources from the consolidated fund. It is the taxpayers, the people, who take care of the commissions and pay for the commission's work. And so they must be accountable to the people. What has changed? What has changed? Meanwhile, you go through this statement and doc, the levels of incompetence is shocking. Page 5 of this statement, discrepancies in the voters' transfer. It says, in your petition, talking about the NDC petition, you indicated that some 243,540 voters were transferred illegally on the provisional voters register. You allege that the said transfers were without the participation of the voters. Then this is their response. We wish to state that the transfers were legal. During a press conference on 2nd September 2024, the Commission explained that the 2024 absent voters list and the transfer voters list provided to the political parties inadvertently included all transfers undertaken since 2020, hence the higher expected figures. Can you believe this? And then they say, this has been corrected. So every discrepancy, every anomaly that the NDC identified, you go through this statement, they confirm it, and they say inadvertently.
So that's the purpose of the...
How can we trust this commission?
That's the purpose of the exhibition.
Why should the commission depend on the NDC? If the NDC had not been vigilant, if the Dr. Mani Buama-led Electoral IT Directorate had not been vigilant, where would we be? How would we have known this? Let me continue. It says, on Pusiga, we acknowledge that our officer in Pusiga carried out 38 unauthorized transfers. The said transfers have been reversed, and the officer's appointment has been terminated. So, we should accept it and move on and not have an audit of the register. When every single item...
They move on to tell you that they have systems inherent, they have processes inherent in their system which would have detected this anyway.
Please, please. They should tell that to the Marines. They should tell that to the Marines. Unidentifiable and missing voter data. The NDC alleges that 3,957 voters previously registered were deleted from the 2024 provisional register without explanation. We wish to state categorically that the alleged missing voters have not been deleted. They are either on the voters register or on one of the following lists, or the exceptions list. Can you believe that? Telling us probabilities.
Where should they be?
Thank you very much. That's what the EC should be telling us. They are either on the voters register or one of the following lists or the exception list, or on the multiple list or the transfer list. I mean, what incompetence. And you want us to trust you going into such a major election with these shocking levels of incompetence, of gross ineptitude. You want us to trust you. It says that, look, corrupt and incomplete data. The production of the provisional voters register cannot be perfect. It involves the retrieval of data from a database and formatting it into a register that is presented to the public. In the extraction of the data, network errors may occur and lead to the corruption of data, which is then expressed in the PVR. This did occur in the production of the PVR. However, this was detected and the affected registers were promptly regenerated during the exhibition. I mean, what a commission. Are we safe? And we all know that a credible register is a sine qua non in any electoral system. It's so fundamental. It is absolutely crucial. And you have this EC, I mean, admitting to everything and giving us all kinds of cock and bull excuses why this occurred.